Welcome to Northwestern College and the NWC Soccer Complex as we get ready for the home opener of Northwestern College Men's Soccer 2023. I'm Bradley Lackman, Assistant Director of Athletic Communications on the call, and tonight we have a good one on tap for Northwestern, coming into this one with a record of 1-1 overall, playing against Central Baptist. They come into this one at 1-2. 45 minutes on the clock for the first half, and we are all set for soccer. We'd like to thank these following sponsors: Premier Communications, Van Englenhoven Insurance Agency, Kavetsky's Hardware, Diamond Vogel Paint, Iowa State Bank, Pepsi of Siouxland, Northwestern Bank, Orange City Area Health System, American State Bank, C&H Body Shop, Connected Electric, Scooters of Orange City, and People's Bank. Thanks for being on the team, behind the team. So for Northwestern, they split their action last week in the Chicago area. They played against Roosevelt, who they won 2-0 against. And then on Saturday, turned around to play Trinity Christian, falling 1-3. For Central Baptist, they come into this one with a record of 1-2, coached by Dylan Purdue. This is the first meeting between these two schools, so some history to look back on after this one. For now, it's 0-0. So thank you for watching here on NWCRaiders.com. In goal for the Raiders today is Pablo Aspas, a 6'1 senior from Valencia, Spain. He'll be helped on the back line by Adam DeBoer, number 2, number 3, Luke Roloffs, number 8, Johannes Van Saldern, and number 24, Marcel Langert. The midfielders for Northwestern: Marco Alessio, Tim Kaltenberger, and Riley Arbo. And the forwards are Stan Vandenbeld, Gerard Uame, and Alejandro Ruiz Garcia. So we are off, ready for soccer action here today. First possession will go to Central Baptist. In goal for them so far this season is Jasper Gadella, and he has had 7 saves, allowed 2.5 goals per outing. Northwestern now in their offensive end. Now left side, here is Pinckney. Pinckney, an all-conference player last year for the Mustangs, as Vandenbeld gets tripped up as Gadella was coming outside the box. Vandenbeld slow to get up, but he will get up, as now here is Central Baptist in the midfield. And a whistle early. That foul will go against the Red Raiders. Northwestern coming to this one averaging a goal and a half per game, also giving up a goal and a half per game with a shooting percentage of .125. Vandenbeld, the leading goal scorer for the Raiders at 2. Riley Arbo and Ruiz Garcia both have an assist so far this season. Tim Kaltenberger, who just headed that one out, also with a goal, as here is Ruiz Garcia. He'll look to outrun his defender as he gets it into Northwestern's zone. Keeping it alive is the Mustangs, and here is Uame. Into the middle part of the pitch with Riley Arbo back to the back line, and Van Saldern. Van Saldern splits the defenders, goes corner to Ruiz Garcia. He'll look to get things set up as Northwestern sets up the cross. Here is Kaltenberger as he kicked that one high above the crossbar for the first shot of the game. Northwestern picked 5th in the Great Plains Athletic Conference ahead of this season. Hastings picked to win the league, right with Concordia there with them. This one played ahead to Vandenbeld and given up. Central Baptist now with it. Possession changing often here early on, and that one is kicked out of play. Will go back to the Raiders. Luke Roloffs to throw in, and Roloffs, if you watched the JV match last night, he was on the call with former Red Raider player Luke Birch. They did a nice job calling their JV Raiders, as Kaltenberger is pushed down. Vandenbeld, Arbo, and Roloffs are the returning all GPAC players for Northwestern. Zeke Foltz and James Bolger graduated last year, both all-conference players as well. This one played into Langert. And pushed down again is Marco Alessio. Alessio wearing the captain's band tonight here for Northwestern. Northwestern going with more of the professional MLS-style captain's picks. They are picking captains weekly, and instead of a traditional captain's group for the whole season, they have a leadership group. So we will see captains switch throughout the season. Tonight's captains are Marco Alessio and Adam DeBoer. As that one off the bar, and off the post rather, close call for the Mustangs. Physical game here early on as Vandenbeld gets it back. Vandenbeld now pushed from behind. And we will stop the clock. I believe this will set up a PK for Vandenbeld. Taking the shot here. Trying to get a number. It appears to be Tim Kaltenberger, who dropped in a PK goal last week. And he does. Once again, Tim Kaltenberger, his second goal of the year, and the Raiders lead 1-0 with 40 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Appear to be replaying this, so that goal was not counted. Kaltenberger sets up. That one in anyway. So Tim Kaltenberger officially now with his second goal of the year, and the Raiders lead 1-0. Their second lead of the season as they shut out Roosevelt in the first game of the year. Tim Kaltenberger also scoring a PK goal in that one. So if fortunes stay the same, that's good news for the Raiders. Tim Kaltenberger, the 6-foot junior midfielder from Germany, given by the coaching staff to be a key player this year. And we will get started once again. Northwestern now defending with a 1-0 lead as this one is played back to Gadella in goal. Gadella boots it into the offensive zone. First one there is Langert. It'll be played back to Aspas in goal and pushed back out to Northwestern side of the field. Central Baptist to retain possession. Elsewhere in the Pizza Ranch Classic, Northwestern will be playing Union tomorrow. That'll be an 8:15 kick here from the NWC Soccer Complex. Union playing Dort over in Sioux Center tonight. Central Baptist will play Dort over in Sioux Center tomorrow night. Then on the women's side, it is Central Baptist here for the Northwestern women tonight. That'll be following this one. And then tomorrow, a 6 o'clock start, they'll be playing Friends University. That one played ahead to Ruiz Garcia. Out of play. Clock is stopped for the goal kick from Gadella. It's a warm day here in Orange City. Clear skies. Checked earlier, about 88 degrees. And it's only going to get warmer. So grateful that these are night games. Night games pretty much being played exclusively across the conference this weekend. Trying to beat the heat. Doan was at Kansas Wesleyan last night as that one is played ahead. Pinckney was there, and a nice defensive play from Van Saldern. And that'll be a corner kick for the Mustangs. Jamestown is at John Brown of Arkansas also tonight, and we also mentioned earlier Dorr versus Union. So that's GPAC play this evening. Pinckney will set up the the corner kick. Pinckney delivers inside. Header attempt is off the mark, and the Raiders will regain possession. Other players to note from the coaching staff of Central Baptist and Dillon Purdue. So Daniel Pinckney, obviously a name we've mentioned a couple times, was all-conference last year. Jasper Godella, also mentioned a few times, and Manny Alvarez, number 13, a junior defender from Rogers, Arkansas, was an all-conference honorable mention. This is a team that's pretty young, according to Coach Dillon Purdue, looking to use this early part of the season to develop as they move into conference play, part of the American Midwest Conference as Auspus reaches out. 1-0 still our score here from Orange City. Tim Kaltenberger with the early goal. Alessio plays it off far side to Roloffs. Here is DeBoer. Now over to Kaltenberger. Kaltenberger dishes it ahead to Uame. Nice feed to Van Saldern. Van Saldern tries to cross over his defender, and instead that'll be an offsides. Possession going back to the Mustangs. Head coach Dan Sweer looking for his 150th career win. Comes into tonight with a record of 149, 116, and 22 in his 16th season. Earlier today, head volleyball coach Kyle Vandenbosch collected his 500th career win. So another milestone is on track for Northwestern coaches if Sweer can get the win tonight. Exciting times for Northwestern athletics. That one poked away by Julian. Looking for somewhere to go with it. He will feed it to McCauley. And now here's Pinckney left side. Pinckney sends it back to his back line. Ceballos now over to Alvarez. Alvarez, as we mentioned, that 2022 AMC All-Conference Honorable Mention. One of 3 from the team last year. Pinckney gets to it, and Ruiz Garcia there first. And there's a whistle blown. That'll be offsides. We've played through 10 minutes. 1-0 is our score here from Orange City. First of 4 matches this week as part of the 2023 Pizza Ranch Classic. Good crowd on hand on the far side. Nice move by Vandenbeld to get into the middle. He dribbles ahead. Nice back and forth by Kaltenberger. Picked away. Pinckney sends it forward and out of play. Last season, Northwestern was picked to be the top team in the GPAC after tying for the GPAC title, regular season title the previous season. Ended up finishing 4th, hosted Midland in the GPAC quarterfinals. Although it wasn't quite the season that these Raiders wanted, they still closed the year with a 5-1-2 record in their final 8 games, as this one is played ahead to Van Saldern. Van Saldern will get a nice touch on it. Instead, it'll go up and over the goalpost. And although the team did lose a few key contributors, Barkin Kilic, coming from Howard University, got some playing time last week. Luis Sanchez, another one of those individuals who Coach Sweeter mentioned among the newcomers. Kay Thomas, another, who got some good playing time last week. Vandenbeld with 13 assists coming into this season for his career. One more assist for him, and he would move into a tie for 5th all-time. So here is the corner kick from Pinckney inside, poked away, Vandenbeld clears, and Northwestern will reset defensively. And that one is scored. Tie game here in Orange City as Central Baptist gets on the board. 1-1 is our score. So that goal will be credited. Goal will be credited to number 8, Maynor Sandoval. So now a tie game here. Played back to Auspus. 4th goal given up on the season for the Raiders. This one played ahead to Uwame, and now moving into the offensive zone. Vandenbeld giving chase, and a nice job breaking up the play by McElhaney. Northwestern will retain possession. Roloffs crosses over. Nice move by Roloffs, breaking into the box, and that one broken up. Good defensive play by number 10, Hugh McCauley. Approaching the 30-minute mark, and we have a corner kick here for the Raiders. I believe that's Roloffs, kind of hard to see from our vantage point. Roloffs will send it in. Arbo there! What a play! Great pass by Roloffs, and Riley Arbo finishes with the right. 2-1, Raiders lead. Arbo with his first goal of the season, and it breaks the tie here early. Raiders lead 2-1, 31-37 on the clock. Luke Roloffs putting in a really nice pass. Kaltenberger had a shot at it, and Roloffs was Arbo was there right as the play was finishing to develop. So Central Baptist now once again playing from behind for the second time tonight. We will see how they respond. This one ahead to Pinckney. And Ruiz Garcia keeping it in play, and he's tripped up. Foul on Pinckney. Can tell early on that these are two teams that like to play fast and physical, and that'll be a yellow card for Daniel Pinckney. No, it's fine. Pinckney's yellow will allow Langert the free kick. Langert sends it in. The former third-team All-American from 2021, Marcel Langert, has been a key staple on the Raiders' back line the past 3 years. Here is McCauley. Now to Pinckney. Pinckney crosses it. Far side, and misplaying it was Lopez. So Central Baptist will start back up. Nice play from Langert, and I believe they're going to give the corner. Yes, they will. As it will be Gabriel Mata traveling to the corner. Mata plays it near post. That one popped up into the air. Still battling for possession are the Mustangs. Uwame's there. He'll push it ahead. Vandenbeld. And Central Baptist will play it back to goal. 30 minutes to play in this first half. We've already had 3 goals. Coming into tonight, Pablo Aspas, second in the GPAC in saves with 10. He's done a nice job in goal so far for the Raiders. Swear noted him as one of the standouts from that game against Roosevelt. His first opening day start. He did get a start in the Pizza Ranch Classic last year, but was the main backup goalkeeper to Zeke Foltz. Here's Roloff's far side. He'll play it in. Ruiz Garcia was there, but Cadella doing a nice job to tap it away. Northwestern will hold on, and it'll be Van Saldern to throw in. Throwing in to Ruiz Garcia. That one broken up. Northwestern spending a lot of time in their offensive zone. That aggressiveness is going to help them as the match goes along. Raider fans, help support Red Raider Athletics by joining the Raider Athletic Association. It's the team behind the team that supports our 545 student athletes. Go to nwciowa.edu/joinraa to join today. Uwame gives pressure, and Gadella sends it out. Vandenbeld now with it. Guarded closely, something that teams will focus on throughout this season. Vandenbeld looking to be the early season favorite for kind of the person who controls this offense, really creates plays, scores tough goals. And it'll once again be roll-offs on the corner. Northwestern setting up near the top of the penalty area. This one played in by roll-offs, and the header is in! Adam DeBoer, his first goal of the year. And the Raiders lead 3-1. So 2 great assists from Luke Roloffs here early on, both on the corner kick, opposite sides of the pitch. And that gives the Raiders a comfortable lead with 27 minutes to play in the first half. And I think this would be a good time to welcome our new women's soccer coach, Kelly Herman, to the broadcast. Kelly Herman comes to us previously from Sioux Falls. She will take over the reins of the women's soccer program this year. And Kelly, thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. Happy to introduce you to Red Raider fans.
Thank you so much for having me. What a beautiful day for some soccer.
Yeah, probably glad you got some night games this weekend. It's been a little warm.
Yeah. We were lucky enough to play in the mountains last weekend, so it wasn't so hot.
Yeah, definitely. So just for our Raider fans, you know, Kelly will be coaching for the women's soccer team. First home match here at Northwestern College. How's that feel to get in front of home fans for the first time?
I'm excited. I know our players are excited. It's always nice to play at home, and especially when you get to play under the lights. There's always something special about that. Our players have been training really, really hard, communicating a lot. So I just think they're ready to be home in front of their friends and family.
And can you explain your background to our fans? You've been a coach for the high school coach for the last few years. You played college soccer at South Dakota State. Explain a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I played soccer at SDSU for the Jackrabbits, and my final season was 2011. Then I started coaching a little high school soccer and some club soccer a little bit in the Brookings area, and then the last 4 years I was in at Sioux Falls, Lincoln, and that was really fun. It was bittersweet to leave, but super happy to be a part of such a wonderful college here at Northwestern.
And you also did something that I could never do, and that is teach little kids.
Yes. Yep. I did teach kindergarten for the last 4 years. It was a blessing. It really was. I enjoyed it a lot.
So, your first few months here at Northwestern, what have been some things that have stuck out to you about the campus? What have you gained early reflections from your team?
Yeah, I when I first was approached about this position, I had some really, really great advice of just coming to the campus by yourself and just take your Bible and just sit on the campus and just walk around and pray about it. And so that's exactly what I did. Is the Saturday after I'd interviewed, and I just drove around the city and just try to get a feel if I could see myself and feel myself here in Orange City. And there were so many things that reminded me of the Brookings community and why I loved Brookings so much. I think both communities are very clean, very pretty communities, not too big, not too small. Uh, and the people here have just been so wonderful, community and faculty and staff. I just have felt so incredibly welcomed. As for my team, I'm super, super blessed to be able to have such wonderful servant leaders. I, I'm I always tell them all the time how lucky I am to be a part of their lives, and for them to be in this community as well.
Talk a little bit more about your team. What are some strengths that you're seeing early on in the season? How's the team chemistry this year?
Yeah, right now we have been really doing pretty well in the first half. That first 45 minutes is always really strong for us. We haven't conceded a goal in the first half yet. Bass has been coming up big in the first half with some pretty phenomenal saves, and we're moving the ball around. Second half hasn't been in our favor yet. We're really working on finishing a full 90 minutes and not 45 minutes, or not 70 minutes, not 89 minutes, a full 90. We understand that when we have those mental breakdowns that we really need to continue to win that next 5 minutes after those breakdowns, and how can we readjust ourselves as individuals, to make sure that we can. Oh, sorry, I'm a little distracted. Oh,
That one close from Vandenbeld. Nice feed. I believe that was Alessio on the feed. Almost close to the fourth goal.
yeah. So we're working really hard on making sure that we're just concentrating and refocusing after mental lapses, to be able to play that full 90 minutes.
All right. Well, I won't keep you too long. You have a game to prepare for. Just know that you're already a favorite among the SIDs, coming out and letting us take some PKs. So we do appreciate that. We will not be soccer players in our next career.
We love having you guys out there, and anytime you guys want to come and shoot on us, we'd be more than happy to have you again. So.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Bradley.
That was head coach Kelly Herman of the women's soccer team. Northwestern playing against Central Baptist tonight. Friends, tomorrow you can catch those here on nwcraiders.com. I'll be on the call tonight, and we will have a student on the call. Actually, student on the call for the men's game tomorrow night. I'll be on for both women's games this weekend. 3-1 is our score, and unchanged for the last 10 minutes or so. Couple of close chances for the Raiders. Pinckney, nice feed. Back to Pinckney. He fires in, and rather that was number 3, Joe McElhinney. Pinckney gave the original pass, and then a nice touch from McCauley to McElhinney. Good scoring chance, however, it was not to be. Central Baptist starting to show some pressure against Northwestern's back line. DeBoer, who scored earlier, tosses it up. Back to Pinckney, splits the defenders. Breaks ahead, McCauley. Now ahead, this one broken up. Great play from Marcel Langert. And he sends it ahead. Possession will go back to the Raiders. Gerard Uwame fighting for it. Trying to break ahead. Uwame is tackled, but he stays up. Uwame gets past the goalkeeper, cross, and there to stop it is Gadella. Gadella making a great defensive play first to attack Uwame on the drive, and then Uwame had that tough shot from the base of the pitch, and Gadella was there. Great defense from the goalkeeper. This one played back to Auspus. Auspus sends it ahead. And we have a whistle. Possession will stay with the Raiders. "20 minutes to play. Northwestern leads by 2, and when the Raiders lead at the half, they are 1-0 so far this season. This one sent inside and cleared by the Mustangs. Pinckney now with it in the midfield. Plays that one ahead, and not wanting to get the offsides was Bressers, so Northwestern now with it in their defensive zone. Here is Uwame, guarded tightly. Vandenbeld fighting for it. Can he get out of there? Nearly triple teamed. Now back to Alessio and Arbo. Arbo goes left side to DeBoer. Back Vandenbeld. Ruiz Garcia now with it. Northwestern employing a methodical approach. Here is Van Saldern. Van Saldern ahead. Broken up. But the ball will stay with the Raiders. Ruiz Garcia tripped on the play. That'll be a foul. And we have our first substitutions of the match for both squads. It'll be Perez and Tabo for the Mustangs. Don't know if they're going to send them in quite yet. Free kick for Van Saldern, rather Alessio. Marco Alessio out last year due to injury, sustained an injury during training camp. Great to see him back out there. Wearing the captain's band tonight. Sent inside. Getting ahead on it was Arbo, but it'll stay with Northwestern. Here's roll-offs now. DeBoer sends it in. Uwame's there, not quite able to connect, and it'll go back to Central Baptist. Substitutions coming in for both teams. First, it will be for the Raiders, Luis Sanchez, Arkin Kilich, Nico Helderop, and J.C. McFadden, and I believe that this is time for a water break It's hot out there. Got to stay hydrated. We'll be back after this quick message.
My name is Nathan Torno. I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm a biblical and theological studies major, and I'm involved in symphonic band, jazz band, brass ensemble, competitive cheerleading, and I'm a student ambassador. Being a family here at Northwestern is everything. Whether that be in athletics, music, or even in the classroom, we are always behind each other and supporting each other like a true community is.
We're back here at the NWC Soccer Complex. Raiders leading 3-1 after with the water break. And this would be a great time to thank our sponsors: the City of Orange City, Demco Manufacturing, Orange City Area Health System, Pizza Ranch, Transova Genetics, Sekisui Aerospace, Mulder Auto Tire and Repair, Hampton Inn Orange City, Fairway, Subway Orange City, Joyner and Zwart Dentistry, Vanderberg Furniture, and Joe's TV and Appliance. Thanks for being on the team, behind the team. Goal scorers so far for the Raiders: Kaltenberger, Arbo, and DeBoer. Central Baptist will play it out of their own goal. So J.C. McFadden, in for the first time tonight, plays it off the Mustang out of bounds. Barkin Kilich, he comes to us from Howard University over in Washington, D.C. Always great to have newcomers on the squad. It's a busy weekend in Red Raider athletics, as it always is on Labor Day weekend. The Raider women's volleyball team got the 3-0 sweep against Kansas Wesleyan down in Sioux City today. They'll play against Park at 6 p.m. Also going on today, the Mount Marty Fall Invite for women's golf. You can find those results on nwcraiders.com at the conclusion, as well as the Augustana Twilight for men's and women's cross country. Those starting late tonight, 8:40 and 9:10 over at Yankton Trail Park in Sioux Falls. Those results will also be available late tonight. Then tomorrow, we'll play soccer again here in Orange City. Men versus Union, women versus Friends. Football is at Concordia at 1 o'clock. A very warm kickoff for them tomorrow. And then volleyball once again in Sioux City tomorrow against Providence and the Masters. Once again, all those results can be found on our website, nwcraiders.com. Mata, the free kick. That one played out by Northwestern. Now into the midfield. Menka Mary getting ready to check in. And that one out of play. Northwestern now with the goal kick. A pretty soft breeze to the north here tonight. Expect that to calm down as the night goes along. As Mary will check in for Marco Alessio. Alessio, his first start of the year tonight. Both the Raiders soccer teams after the busy weekend. Well, the men will play against Faith Baptist on Tuesday, but the women will have a week off after this week. Much deserved week off. Both teams will travel to Bellevue on Saturday the 9th. Here is Mary, the sophomore from Worthington, Minnesota. Limmer calling for a foul against Central Baptist, and he will get it as that was Nico Helderop who was pushed down going for the pass. Tyler Limmer recently promoted from graduate assistant to full-time assistant coach, so great to see him still out on the sidelines. The Raiders' all-time leading goal scorer. Graduated in 2018. That one played in by Roloffs, and getting ahead on it was, I believe, DeBoer, stopped by Godella. Other former Raiders on the sideline, of course, Coach Dan Sweer played for the Raider varsity team for 3 years. Joshua Wingfield, a graduate from last year's team. Juan McCrae from the year before. All solid contributors to this program, continuing to contribute to this day. Michael Simmelink also out there as the goalkeepers coach. That one sent out of bounds. Central Baptist will hold on in their offensive zone. Thanks again to all of you who are tuning in from wherever you may be in the country, even in the world. A strong international presence on this Northwestern team, so we love to have you listening from wherever you may be listening from. Roloff sends it toward the midfield. Kaltenberger plays back to Langert. First of 10 home matches for this Northwestern men's soccer team. So plenty of opportunities to see them as they host these 3 non-conference matches this weekend and then have another 6 in the GPAC play. They also host Bethel, the Division III school out of Minneapolis, late in October. So a variety of competition for Sweer and the squad. This one played back, Langert with it. He'll go left side to Ruiz Garcia. Excuse me, that is Sanchez, Luis Sanchez. Sanchez, one of those freshmen, newcomers, who has really caught the eye of the men's soccer coaching staff. Really, when I was talking to Coach Sweer, he said all these guys need is some experience at the college level, and they will be all set, and this is a place where they can get it. Northwestern has a veteran team, plenty of pieces to learn under. As Kobe Bacam throws it in, Kobe Bacam making his first appearance of the evening. Comes to us from nearby Hall, Iowa, prepped at Western Christian. Here is Bacam, sends it back to Langert. For the Raiders, nearly their whole front line and midfield, minus Vandenbeld and Kaltenberger, still out there, or have been replaced, coming off the bench. This weekend with the Heat, Coach Sweer wanting to rotate bodies quite a bit. It's been a pretty brutal fall temperature-wise, not only for these matches, but also for fall camp. Had to adjust some practices, some match times to go more toward the evening. And a big shout out to our athletic trainers. Kayla Tyndall here focusing on the soccer teams. She's done a great job keeping the men's and women's teams hydrated and safe as we go throughout the last weeks here of summer, as that one is fired high and off the mark. That one taken by Nico Helderop. Nico from Bismarck, North Dakota. This one played forward into the corner. Tripped up on the play is one of the Mustangs, but he did not get there in time. Raiders will hold on. Hospice boots it deep. Killich is there. Now battle for it. It'll go to McFadden. McFadden trying to keep it alive on the sideline. Killich is back to it and poked away by Ceballos. Eight to 2 are our shots on goal as we are now under the 7-minute mark. Here is Mary. Plays it back to Sanchez. Sanchez now back to goal in Hospice. Now back down. Here is Mata, and he was offsides. Seen that a couple times here tonight from Central Baptist. Had some good open lanes in transition and just not quite set up correctly. Falling off sides, getting the ball back to Northwestern. Hospice will roll ahead. Ready to send it to Northwestern side. First right to Langert. Langert right back to his goalkeeper. Central Baptist playing it up. Coach Dylan Purdue calling for his team to hustle, hoping to get some momentum going into the half, as they are currently trailing by 2 goals. In the corner battling is Perez, and he gives it up. Out of bounds, throwing in now for the Mustangs. Back to Perez. And a nice slide tackle by, I believe that was Sanchez. This one thrown in. Langer on the defense. Plenty of excitement through the first 15 minutes of this one. Haven't seen too much offensive activity since. A couple of close chances for the Raiders. And now Northwestern will get it back for what could be their last chance of this first half. This one played for DeBoer is there now for Northwestern. Ospis sends it ahead, looking for a Kilich. Kilich tried to play it back, defended by Ceballos. And now back to Gadella. 3 minutes on the clock here in this first half. Looking ahead to Alvarez. Alvarez crosses over on Bacam. Has a man left side. He'll get it to him in Perez. Setting up the offense off the back of DeBoer. Now here is Perez working along the sideline. Mata is there. He maintains possession. Julian over to Almaraz. Almaraz. Head touch pass by Perez. Now the ball back to the Raiders. Raiders, as we said earlier, 1-1 coming into this one. Split a series over in Chicago last week. A 2-0 and a 1-3 decision. This one sent in. Ospis stops it with his chest. A good look there from, I believe that was Mata. Just didn't quite skip in the right way. Here is McFadden. Almost steps out, keeps it in play. Kilich back to Kaltenberger. Kaltenberger plays ahead. Bacam looking for it, and that'll be offsides. 1 minute to play here in this first half. Raiders still lead by 2. Good outing for the Raiders here in this early season non-conference match. Now Kobe Bakam set to throw in. He finds Helder up. Nico over to Mary. Here's Vandenbeld. Vandenbeld, I believe, has played the entire first half, as has Kaltenberger, Langert, and DeBoer as well. Clock winding down on these first 45 minutes of play, and we will enter the first half. Raiders leading 3-1 at halftime. First home match at the NWC Soccer Complex. We'll have stats and more for you after the break. 15 minutes is what we'll take, and we'll talk to you for the second half.
You're a difference maker. That makes you different.
Success matters, but you care more about succeeding in ways that matter.
Want to be confident, prepared, ready to lead a life that stands out?
You belong at Northwestern College.
Lead and serve.
Be smart and strong.
Courageous and faithful.
Build community and experience belonging.
Our promise. You'll stand out at Northwestern.
You'll learn to be great, not for your glory, but for God's.
Not for yourself, but for others.
You'll be equipped for your career, for God's call on your life.
For success. For significance.
Be a Raider.
Because Raiders stand out. You're a difference maker. You're a difference maker. That makes you different.
Success matters, but you care more about succeeding in ways that matter.
Want to be confident, prepared, ready to lead a life that stands out?
You belong at Northwestern College.
Lead and serve.
Be smart and strong.
Courageous and faithful.
Build community and experience belonging.
Our promise. You'll stand out at Northwestern.
You'll learn to be great, not for your glory, but for God's.
Not for yourself, but for others.
You'll be equipped for your career, for God's call on your life.
For success, for significance.
Be a Raider.
Because Raiders stand out.
We're back here at the NWC Soccer Complex. The Raiders leading 3-1 after the first 45 minutes. And let's take a look at the first half stats. First for the home Red Raiders, goals scored by Adam DeBoer, Riley Arbo, and Stan Vandenbeld. Rather, Tim Kaltenberger. We'll get that switched. 2 assists for Luke Roloffs, both off of the corner kick. 2 shots each for Adam DeBoer and Stan Vandenbeld. Kaltenberger, Ruiz Garcia, and Arbo with 1 each. And then for Central Baptist, they had the goal from Maynard Sandoval. And then 1 shot from Daniel Pinckney. Raiders huddling up, getting ready to go. Central Baptist to be out shortly. As a reminder, we will have more soccer for you here on NWCRaiders.com. Women's soccer also playing against the Central Baptist Mustangs. Looking forward to that one. As we mentioned earlier, the home opener for new head coach Kelly Herman. Heard her on the mic in the first half. We appreciate her time. Elsewhere in volleyball, Northwestern Park, the Raiders lead Park 10-6 in the first set. We'll keep you updated on that one as well. Second half, we'll get started. Uame boots it back to Langert, and 45 more minutes to play. Just a reminder, as we start another new season, this is the second year with this rule. No overtime in regular season soccer. It'll go straight to a tie. Raiders hoping not to have to worry about that with a 2-goal lead. Here's Vandenbeld, left side. Now here is Arbo. Arbo plays it ahead to Tim Kaltenberger. And that one taken away by Central Baptist. They will start in their defensive zone. Perez playing it back to Mata. A little bit of congestion that Mata is playing through. Gets it through nicely to, I believe that is Sandoval. Now on the back line, McElhinney plays it forward. Pinckney, far side. He has some speed. Gets it past, and DeBoer block. And here is Vandenbeld once again. Alessio plays ahead. Here is Arbo. Now goes left side Roloffs. Roloffs attacks off that back line. A very versatile player for the Raiders. Perez looking to get it away from Ospas. Ospas clears it away. And it'll be Central Baptist with the ball. Just getting started here in the second half. Want to thank you once again for tuning in. Red Raider Men's Soccer on NWCRaiders.com. This is where you can find all of your Raider Athletics home events. We'll have plenty for you in the month of September. This weekend, it's all soccer. Arvo plays to his defender in Langert. Now other side to DeBoer. DeBoer, the only Red Raider from Orange City on this team. Roll-offs. Goes far side, Vandenbeld. Vandenbeld plays it up. Nice move. And that one will be cleared away by Settle. Excuse me, by Julian. Roll-offs once again sends it in toward Vandenbeld. Vandenbeld fighting for it. He goes toward the goal, and he scores! Stan Vandenbeld, his third goal of the year. Raiders lead 4-1. And Luke Roll-offs with his third assist of the match. Roll-offs dishing it out along the back line. This time he finds Vandenbeld. Tell you what, if the match ended right now, I would pick Luke Roll-offs for Scooter's Coffee Player of the Game. We'll see that on Twitter afterwards. Right now, he's my pick. Roll-offs also helping out the SIDs during his off-season. Always appreciate our student workers. We have Craig Sturk on production here tonight. Ben Mayberry on stats, and softball head coach Shane Bauman running the scoreboard. It takes a village, folks. We appreciate everyone. This one moved to Alvarez. He crosses over on Arbo looking for space. Tries to play it ahead to Perez. And instead it'll go into the arms of Pablo Aspas. Vandenbeld touch pass to Roll-offs. Roll-offs right back to Vandenbeld. Vandenbeld has some space. Going to Kaltenberger, and Kaltenberger with the left foot. Not there. Uame almost there. Another good opportunity for the Raiders. Broken up by a couple of Mustangs. Possession will stay with Northwestern. Arbo push from behind, and they will get a free kick out of that. First half started out pretty fast and physical. We did have a yellow card on Central Baptist in the first half, and things have cleaned up a little bit as we have made our way through the 90 minutes. This time it's Alessio playing to Roll-offs. Northwestern in their set. Roll-offs cross pass. No one there. Here is Vinsaldern. Vinsaldern, nice move, shaking his defender into the box. Couple of Mustangs there and cleared ahead. Back to Aspas. Alessio now with it to Roll-offs. Roll-offs crosses the pitch. That one is Vinsaldern. And it'll be a corner kick. Corner kick coming up for Luke Roll-offs. He's been pretty successful on those tonight. 2 assists off the corners from Roll-offs. His other assists came during open play, most recently to Vandenbeld. Roll-offs will send it in this time. And it'll go back right to Luke, right side. Basically the same spot to Kaltenberger, and well defended there. Alessio plays back to Langert. When you look at the newcomers, rather, I mean, not really a newcomer, but definitely a top addition for the Raiders this year in Marco Alessio. Already seen him make some nice plays through the midfield area. Alessio to Kaltenberger. That one kicked up into the air. Played back. Raiders will keep it. Here is Ruiz Garcia now. Poked away by Mata. And Perez now with it. Perez pass ahead is corralled by McCauley. And it'll be a goal kick for the Raiders. Substitutions now for the Mustangs. Looks like it'll be number 19, Michael Settle, and number 6, Padri Maleba. Northwestern with possession, Aspas in the goal. Here is Alessio. Alessio now ahead to Kaltenberger, who touches it to Roloffs. Dan Sweer well on track for his 150th career win. He's been the program's all-time winningest coach for quite some time now. Just another milestone on his list. Alessio boots it deep, and Gadella is there to stop it. Now here's Kaltenberger. While I'm on the mic for this first time this season, I'd also like to give a shout out. I know he's not watching, but to Ed LaFerge. He is the director of athletic communications at the University of Delaware. Used to be a play-by-play commentator as an SID, and he gave me some tips ahead of this match. You know, what can we take notes on the other team? What can we take notes on our team? Having weekly conversations with the head coaches of our own Northwestern squads. So he has been a huge help in getting me prepared for these matches. Central Baptist with it in their defensive area. Here is Mata. Poked away by Kaltenberger. Northwestern wanting it. It'll stay with the Mustangs. Maleba. Now going back to Settle. This one played inside. Cleared away by Marcel Langert. Maleba goes left side. And Ruiz Garcia pokes it away. 33.5 minutes to go in this second half. Northwestern still with their 4-1 lead. And play is stopped. Sun beginning to set over Orange City. See it going lower and lower every evening. Sunset for 7:59 tonight, so we'll have plenty of sunlight for the men's game. We'll turn on the lights for the women's game. Always makes for a fun atmosphere. And getting set to come in for the first time this evening is Kay Thomas. He'll stand along the sideline for now, however. Here is Arbo. Goes far side to Van Saldern. Clock continuing to run here as we get Northwestern to set up for the free kick. Update from Sioux City, Northwestern defeating Park in the first set 25-20. Northwestern still yet to lose a set this season. 6-0 is their overall record. So definitely a great start for Kyle Vandenbosch and his volleyball team. 30 minutes to play. Central Baptist now in their offensive zone, looking to get some offensive momentum going. Vandenbeld plays it off his head back to Mata. And Aspas is there, stopping the cross attempt. Here's roll-offs with it now, back to Kaltenberger. Kaltenberger at the midfield line. Trying to play it to Van Saldern, turns it over. Arbo gets it back for the Raiders. Arbo plays ahead to Uwame. Uwame, the touch is not quite there. Well done by Gadella to break up that play. Elsewhere in the Pizza Ranch Classic, Dort leading Union 13-0 in the second half. Raiders will play Union tomorrow. Another note from the GPAC as we get set for some substitutions. Last week, the GPAC Player of the Week, Offensive Player of the Week, a freshman from Dakota Wesleyan, Corbinian Reeder, scored 5 goals in the first half in Dakota Wesleyan's 18-0 win. He got GPAC Offensive Player of the Week, and rightfully so. This one shot on goal by, trying to get a number there, I believe that is 18. Victor Alvarez. Yes, that was him. Central Baptist with the neon green numbers on their blue jerseys, with the sun where it's at, can be a little bit hard to see up here. Central Baptist playing along the back line. Back to Gadella in goal. Just the third appearance of the season for Central Baptist. They did have a win by forfeit in their first match of the year. As McFadden and Helderop get ready to check in for the Raiders. Here is Kay Thomas, freshman from London. Also shout out to the Northwestern College men's basketball team over sitting on the hill opposite side enjoying some grilled food tonight. Always great to have teams supporting other teams. This Northwestern men's team, we've seen them at nearly every volleyball match. Loud and proud up in the balcony. That's been fun to watch. They bring a lot of energy to the Boltman Center. As here is Helderop checking in, as well as McFadden. Kaltenberger and Vandenbeld check out. Likely their night will be done. Great showing from those two leaders on this team. Nice move and an offsides as Perez had an open look at the goal. Still would have been a nice save by Auspis as they basically played on after the whistle. Don't think Perez would have converted on that regardless. Red Raider Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Premier Communications, the Van Engelenhoven Insurance Agency, Kopetsky Ace Hardware, Diamond Vogel Paint, Iowa State Bank, Pepsi of Siouxland, Northwestern Bank, Orange City Health System, American State Bank, C&H Body Shop, Connected Electric, Scooters of Orange City, and People's Bank. Thanks for being on the team, behind the team. And Red Raider Tim Kaltenberger is a software engineering major. Did you know that since 2014, all of Northwestern's computer science grads have found a job or started grad school within 6 months of graduation? Raiders stand out. Northwestern getting set to add an engineering major in the next couple of years. Definitely will be an exciting time on this campus. Have a lot of students expressing interest in that program. So well done by all of those involved getting that started. Couple of subs for Central Baptist. It'll be Ethan Urban and Eric Pardon. Pardon, a freshman from Benton, Arkansas, and Urban, a junior from Maumelle, Arkansas. Both in-state players for the Mustangs. Never been down to Arkansas. Been as far as Oklahoma. I don't get out much. Coach Bauman giving me a hard time over there. He did take me to Oregon, so I do appreciate that, being able to get out a little bit. Went down to Oklahoma with the Northwestern men's basketball team last year. Played in the NAI opening round over at Langston. We'll see. Maybe the Northwestern softball team can get us to Georgia this year. That would be a fun trip. all the athletes and coaches talking in my ear saying, hey, we'll get you where you need to go. Central Baptist now playing it in the corner. Kicked toward Auspus, and he stops it. 22 minutes to play. 4-1, still the lead for Northwestern. 1 goal in this half. They had a 3-1 lead at halftime. Here is Alvarez, now plays it to Alvarez. Now Julian with the ball in the midfield, plays it ahead to his forward. Far side is McCauley, has numbers, and he is tripped up. We will play on Northwestern with the ball. I think that was Ruiz Garcia on the far side making the defensive play. Alessio trying to go into the offensive zone, instead taken over by Central Baptist. Alvarez takes over, scoots around a couple defenders, and now here's Maleba. Some good movement from the Mustangs. Northwestern playing well defensively. That's what this team, this is their strength, is their defense. Have an experienced back line led by Marcel Langert and Adam DeBoer. Luke Roloff's also back there. He does play a lot up in the offensive zone as well, as noticed by the 3 assists tonight. And we do have an injured Raider. We'll see if he's able to get up. That is Alejandro Ruiz Garcia. He is up on his feet, moving slowly. I believe he will be substituted out of this one as we are now under the 20-minute mark. Northwestern with the goal kick for Pablo Auspus. And we'll stop the clock as Ruiz Garcia still laboring out there. It'll be Kilic, Sanchez, Munoz, and thought we got one more. We'll see. We are going to take a short break for water. We will be right back. You're watching Red Raider Men's Soccer.
You're smart. You're strong.
And that you belong at Northwestern College.
Study programs that score among the best in the nation.
Succeed in ways that matter.
Be a Raider, because Raiders stand out.
My name is Grace Smith. I'm from Norwalk, Iowa. I'm a social work major with a minor in psychology. I'm involved in the a cappella choir and Heritage Singers, as well as one of the new student orientation directors. To me, standing out means being a leader. We're set apart from others. We're called to be an example to others. In every single one of my classes, we have some kind of faith integration activity. We've talked about how the work that we're doing in that class relates to what we're going to be doing in God's kingdom.
We are back after the short hydration break. Kobe Bakam, the other new Raider out there, saw him get some minutes in the first half. Now back to Thomas. This one skied in the air to K. Thomas. Turned over. Now played ahead. Here is, let's see, that was Pardon, number 17, Eric Pardon. Back to Munoz. Juan Munoz, a freshman from Columbia, new to the Raiders this year. And here is Kobe Bakam. Now ahead, held her up to McFadden. McFadden has some open space with the left foot. Nice stop by Gadella. McFadden had an open lane and Gadella closed it quickly, keeping the score at 4-1. And we do have a whistle. Central Baptist turns it over. Looks like the ball will stay with them, however, as there is a foul on Marco Alessio. So it'll be a free kick for Daniel Pinkney. Pinkney will play it from about 40 yards out. And Pinkney will send it in on the free kick. And sent away by Arbo. Here comes Munoz. And he kicks it off of a Mustang. But it will stay with Central Baptist. Lone goal of the second half came from Stan Vandenveld. 4 goals total in the first half. Central Baptist playing fast, trying to throw it in, gets thrown right to Aspas as he rolls it ahead to Alessio. Now left side Sanchez. McFadden with 2 defenders on him, gives it to Helderup. And some contact on the play. No whistle. And we will get a whistle there. Close to the penalty area. I don't think it's quite there. And it'll be a free kick just outside. We will stop the clock. And it will be a yellow. We'll see who they give it to. Closest person to the play was either Looks like it may have been on Nico Helderop. Alejandro Ruiz Garcia also in the area, as was Marco Alessio. We'll check post-game to make sure we get that right. This one played in and just wide of the net. Clock will keep rolling as we bring in some more subs. It'll be Tart Griebel and Menka Mary. "15 minutes to play, and here is Thomas. Mary plays it back. And that one will be stopped by Auspus. McFadden on the left side near his own bench. Here is Kilich, and he is grabbed while he's trying to control the ball. Northwestern now with it in the midfield. They will play it back to Auspus. Back to McFadden. And push from behind was Kilich. Kilich drawing some contact here in the last couple minutes. Arbo ahead to Kilich. Kilich now to Helderop. Helderop with some physical defense on him. That one will be cleared by the Mustangs, and K. Thomas will play it to the left side, right side, and Munoz. Munoz right back to Auspus. Auspus has played every minute in goal for the Raiders so far this season. Nice ball to Sanchez. Sanchez has some guys down low and cleared away. Good development from the Raiders. And they will maintain possession. Helderop goes to his right to Menka Mary. Now Griebel. To Kilich. Back to Mary. Mary tries to fire it in. Can't quite get it to his teammate. Cross attempt not there. Raider fans help support Red Raider Athletics by joining the Raider Athletic Association. It's the team behind the team that supports our 545 student athletes. Go to nwciowa.edu/joinraa to join today. And in the same note, we would like to thank these following sponsors: the City of Orange City, Demco Manufacturing, Orange City Health System, Pizza Ranch, Transova Genetics, Sekisui Aerospace, Mulder Auto Tire and Repair, Hampton Inn Orange City, Fairway, Subway Orange City, Joyner and Zwart Dentistry, Vanderberg Furniture, and Joe's TV and Appliance. Thanks for being on the team behind the team. Throw in for the Raiders with 11 minutes to go. Northwestern has controlled much of this match. Scored the first goal, and then Central Baptist tied it up. Northwestern has outscored Central Baptist 3-0 since. As Riley Arbo comes out, in comes Jonas Teensvold. Teensvold, a junior from Denver. We were talking pregame about the new MLS stadium in Denver, the Colorado Rapids. I guess it's quite impressive. Denver, a quality sports town at the moment. Nuggets won the finals this summer. Less than 10 minutes to go after that shot went awry for the Raiders. So we see number 25 total substitutions in this game. So plenty of guys getting a chance to see some minutes. Definitely was the goal of this Northwestern coaching staff. Just a reminder, Northwestern women's soccer will be playing next. Also playing Central Baptist. They'll have an approximate kickoff of 7:15, maybe a little bit later than that. Now with the ball is Mary. Over to Munoz. Munoz ahead to Kilich. Plays it off his head to Griebel. And out of bounds. Mary battling for possession, and he will keep it. Refs allowing the two athletes to separate a bit. Left side, McFadden. McFadden looking to generate some offense. Instead, it'll be off a Mustang body. Mustangs playing in and blocked by Auspis. Auspis with a nice save on that shot. And there is a push from behind. I believe the foul will be against Menka Mary. Discussion currently maybe warranted a card, but I don't think they will give it to him. Oh, we will stop play, so there will be a card issued. And I think that'll go on number 5, Menka Mary. No card, it'll be a penalty kick instead. Penalty kick will be taken by Hugh McCauley. Number 10, Hugh McCauley to kick it away. As Central Baptist looks for their first goal since the opening minutes. Auspus had a nice save against Roosevelt last week, as here is McCauley. He kicks it in. Auspus again saves it. Auspus with 2 nice saves against penalty kicks so far this season. And the Raiders hold on to their 4-1 lead. Auspus is fired up. His teammates are fired up. McCauley had a good look at it from the top of the box. Here is Teensvold to Thomas. Left side, Sanchez. Thomas way ahead to Griebel. Griebel, a Sioux Falls Christian product. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a freshman. McFadden ahead, and that'll be offsides. Sun right in our line of vision over here on the east side. 5 minutes to play. As here is Griebel once again. Taken over. And Sanchez is there once again. Sanchez ahead to Helderop. Kilich in the box and kicked away by Gadella. Northwestern with some movement offensively there. Sparked by Griebel and Kilich. Here's Mary into the middle of Northwestern's offense. Poked away out of bounds. Northwestern holds on. Mary back to Thomas. Thomas fires it in and nobody there. Getting some appreciation from his teammates was Kay Thomas after the aggressive move. Here's Bacam. And Bacam hit from behind. It'll be a free kick for the Raiders. Northwestern sends it in, looking for the header from Kilich, and that just misses the mark. Well set up play by Northwestern. So here is Bacam. Now back to Thomas. Thomas with it. Approaching the 2.5 minute mark. Back to Mary. And here is Helderop. Helderop ahead to Griebel. Griebel with 2 defenders on him. Looking to shake the defense. Battle for the ball. Griebel comes away with it. And Northwestern will hold on. Here's McFadden, middle, oh, off the crossbar. Nice look from J.C. McFadden. However, the score will remain 4-1. It'll be now a corner for the Raiders, and it'll be Jonas Teensvold to kick it from the corner. Teensvold in. Now back. Here is Mary. Mary to his back line and Munoz. Munoz to Ospas. Ospas boots it up in the air and getting to it. And we will have a trip on Northwestern. Both players fighting for the ball. A couple guys ended up on the ground. Approaching the 1 minute mark in this match, and it looks like it will be win number 150 for the career of Dan Swear. And win number 2 on the season for the Raiders. Got to be a good feeling for Northwestern to open with a win in front of their home crowd. Thomas on the back line. Goes middle to Mary. Here's Teensvold. Teensvold takes it himself. Up to Bacam. Bacam gets ahead of the pack. Goes toward the middle. And cleared back out. Teensvold will hold on to it. Jonas Teensvold to throw in. He will hand it off to Kobe Bacam. And this one is all but over as we hit 10 seconds. Northwestern will kick it around, and that will be it. So the Red Raiders move to 2-1 on the season. Central Baptist falls to 1-3. Dan Swear with his 150th career win. Congratulations to him. We will have women's soccer up next. 4 different goal scorers for the Raiders, and they get the win here tonight. Thanks for watching Red Raider Men's Soccer. Women's Soccer up next.
My name is Caitlin Hornback. I'm from Winterset, Iowa. I'm a double major in psychology and sociology. Here on campus, I'm in 3 music ensembles. I'm an admissions ambassador, and I'm a part of student government. I chose Northwestern because the minute I stepped on campus, I felt really seen. At Northwestern, I have grown more confident in myself as an individual and in my faith. I feel like I have flourished and just have become a stronger individual and know what I stand